Welcome to Disneylovinfam, where we are making these DIY no-sew Mickey or Minnie Mouse ears. They are mermaid themed, they have rhinestones, they're stunning. So stay tuned to see the step-by-step on how we made these Minnie Mouse ears. I like to start with the headband first. I like to glue like so, and then go ahead and kind of roll it onto the felt. And you'll see in each of the DIY videos that we do on ears, you'll see I'll pretty much be saying the same thing. Go ahead and cut the excess off. Make sure you're giving enough to cover the headband, but not too much where you have a bunch of gap, because then it just kind of makes a bulge on the headband and you don't want that. Then we'll put the hot glue on the end and put that other piece on there like so. And you'll do the same thing on the other side. Makes it quick and easy. Then you're gonna start gluing the felt around onto the inside of the headband. I think making these cuts that you're seeing me do here helps the felt lay better and glue better instead of trying to do it all in one line. We'll finish this side and then you'll do the exact same thing on the other side. And if there's any excess that when you do the other side, if it's overlapping at all, just trim it. And then it'll look like this when you're done. And we're gonna cover that with sequins. I did do these ones a little bit differently, where I kind of glued as I rolled. My favorite technique is probably to take the one end and glue it, and then roll it to the other side, and then glue the other side, and then glue everything in between the one end from the other. But this one, I mean, you can do it however you want. It doesn't really matter. Sequins are very forgiving, so you really can't see a lot of the screw-ups, which that helps. And then it'll look like this when you get it all done. Now we're gonna go to the bow, get my template and cut out the bow. Cut the felt out first. I like to do felt underneath because the sequins are see-through. And I'm gonna make the bow a little bit bigger than what my template is just for this one, because I wanna do another smaller bow. And so you'll see I kind of adjusted the template to make it a little bit smaller when I laid it on the felt. And the felt, like I said, it just helps the sequins, since the sequins are see-through. It just helps bring out the color, and so you don't see the see-through part of it. And now we'll do the small bow, the sequins for that, and then we'll do some gluing. We're going to take some of the scrap like so. That's what I use to tighten the bow to give it that bow effect. And then we are going to cut the strip that's going to make that finishing look on the bow in the center. So we're going to cut that out. Now we're going to start gluing. This is how I get that sewed look without it being sewed. So you just fold over a little bit of the excess part of the sequins over the felt, and it just gives it a very nice finished look. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. We've got plenty more DIYs coming. the finished piece that we are going to do for the bow. So you can kind of do a 3-fold, and it just gives a nice finished look. Now this one you don't need the felt because you are folding it over, and so it doesn't produce the see-through effect as if it was just single. Go ahead and do your ears, cut those out, and then we can start with that mermaid print then. These really were some fun DIY Minnie Mouse ears to make. I really enjoyed making them. I really do like the no-sew. It kind of takes pressure off if some people get scared or intimidated of using a sewing machine. It's just a nice alternative. Now you still want to be careful with hot glue because it obviously is hot. But I do find it very easy to work with. I kind of felt like maybe, you know, sometimes with sewing, you want to make sure that you get the curve that you want and all of that. And I think that doing the no-sew hot glue around the cardboard pieces, it really does give it that look where it makes you feel more professional, I guess, if you're maybe not the best at sewing. You're gonna go ahead and glue all the way around the cardboard piece, and you did see that I did put the stuffing in there to give it a little bit of poof so it's not just flat to the cardboard. And I am going to cut off the excess pieces, so don't worry. This, I didn't pull extremely tight, but I did pull enough. I didn't have to worry about it tearing at all. It worked really fine. And you'll see I'm going to cut off the excess because we're going to do 4 of these total. We're going to have 4 total, and we're obviously going to do 2 glued together for each one. And so because you're gluing 2 together, you want the inside to be as flat as possible. So that's why you don't want a bunch of bulge extra. So that's why we're going to cut off the extra. Then you're going to do this 3 more times on the other pieces. Then we're going to go on to what I call the wings. It's what I put in between those ears to glue onto the headband to keep them more secure. We're going to take these wing pieces and attach them like so before we glue the 2 pieces together. Make sure the sequins are facing out, not in. We're going to glue the pieces together. And you can do the hot glue generously to glue those together because you don't want them coming apart. And we're going to pinch it around like so, and see, you do see a seam, but that's why we used trim to cover that, so then that way you can't see it. And we use this gorgeous rhinestone trim. It was in Hobby Lobby in the ribbon section, and it was actually for iron. And so with the hot glue, it really bonds together very nicely. I thought it gave a very classy, elegant finishing touch. And I got it when it was on sale. You know how Hobby Lobby, if it's not on sale this week, it'll be next week. Well, I was able to get this on sale for 50% off, which made the ears that much cheaper because, of course, when you make your own DIY no-sew Minnie Mouse ears, you actually save money than if you pay to buy them already done in the park. We're going to pull off some excess glue there that got there. And look at those. How beautiful is that? They really do shine very well too. We're going to go ahead and do the bow. Now this one, because I have the 2 bows, I'm not going to do the stuffing on the big bow, because otherwise it makes it too bulky and then it makes it harder to attach to the headband. And again, no stuffing for the little bow either, because I have 2 bows that I'm attaching to make 1. So we'll go ahead and pinch those together like so. And then take the scrap and kind of look at where eyeball or fold it over like I did. See where the halfway mark is, adjust it if you need to. And then you're just gonna pull tight. And then I like to double knot it. And then cut off the excess pieces. And then kind of just form the bow. Look at that, look at how easy that is. And then we'll do the exact same thing with the smaller bow. cut off the excess. And then we're going to use our template and we are going to glue the ears onto the headband and apply generously. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side too. Make sure the wings are out. Make sure that they're not in when you glue down, because the whole point is to use them as an attachment. And then I do like to put, like you just saw me do, if there's a little bit of a gap, I like to put some more hot glue just because it solidifies it that much more. And then just cut off the excess and we're going to attach the bow. Attach on the bottom like so, go all the way around then to the other side. And make sure that it's on there first. And then I pull tight, especially when there's two bows. We're going to glue that over like so. And then I found this embellishment. It's a shell. And I'm going to take some E6000 and I'm going to glue it on. I have tried to use hot glue before on an embellishment. It just didn't work as much. Look how gorgeous these are. These are the DIY no-sew Minnie or Mickey Mouse ears. And they are mermaid themed. Thank you so much for watching. Click that like button and subscribe.